Today we're going to be performing experiment 4, double displacement, and in this experiment we're going to discuss the reaction of aqueous sodium hydroxide and aqueous nickel 2 chloride.
First, we're going to take two 50 milliliter beakers from the container shelf and place them on the workbench. And we're going to add 15 milliliters of 1 molar sodium hydroxide solution from the material shelf into one of the beakers. Here, notice the cloudy white color of the aqueous solution in the beaker. Next, we are going to add 6 milliliters of nickel 2 chloride solution from the material shelf to the other empty beaker. And here, notice the bright green color of the aqueous solution. To keep the beakers organized and to avoid confusion, we are going to double-click on each beaker and rename it with the corresponding solution that is inside. So in this first one, we have the sodium hydroxide, and the second one, the nickel 2 chloride. Now we're going to perform the reaction. So to do this, we will pour the entire contents of the beaker of the sodium hydroxide into the beaker with the nickel 2 chloride. Because this is a double displacement reaction, the cations and anions of the reactant partners switch to create the products. So the cation sodium changes to bond with the anion chlorine, and the cation nickel changes to bond with the anion hydroxide. The products consist of a clear aqueous solution of the sodium chloride and a solid precipitate of nickel hydroxide forms. And that precipitate is the solid green in the bottom of the beaker. So to complete this experiment, we're going to clear the workbench by dragging the contents to the waste bin. And now we're going to look at the equation for the reaction we performed.
Here we see the balanced equation for the reaction we just performed. We see that 2 moles of aqueous sodium hydroxide reacts with 1 mole of aqueous nickel chloride to produce 2 moles of aqueous sodium chloride and 1 mole of solid nickel hydroxide. The formation of this solid is the major indicator that the reaction we performed did in fact occur.